And I'll wait until you join before I fight any enemies. Alright. And you can see my big giant tree.
There's the moment.
Stop the dialogue. I'm trying to kill shit right now. Bird, get the fuck over here. Thank you.
I have it.
They have, oh, the way it works in this, it's kind of weird in this than Diablo, is, let me see, alright, let me just pick one of these ones. So, if you look at this piece that it's equipped, you see it has, like, already a set right there. Every piece of gear actually has a set, even from the beginning of the game. But it's not going to be useful to you until endgame, because you see it requires level 30, so it's not going to be the best set bonuses. So like this one's only like 5% max health, and then this level 41's 10%. See energy costs. Like these ones are not as good. There is a the rarity I was telling you earlier, heroic, is the one you want to go for, because that's I believe is going to be in a relic hunt. More or less, picking up gear right now is just for increased damage and survivability. Right. Yeah, I really don't know how this set gear kind of works in that matter, since I haven't actually been to the end game yet. This is actually still a campaign, chapter 3. But I'll show you, actually, once I go through this door, I will show you the God tree that I was talking about earlier. Alright, let me just talk to this. Don't care.
The time.
The protosmall. There is. You make. Well, now look. It's. Oh.
Yeah, so what I usually do is I go through here at the end of every time I come back here, because you do have a weight limit of how much you can carry, which so far as I know you can't increase, but it usually doesn't weigh that much. It's by the time you come back from like a full run of a map, like you be almost full, like, because like before, right? Oh, Diablo is a little bit different. You can carry a lot more shit, but this is like, when I leave, it's usually like 10 weight out of 80, and then by I come back, it's around close to 80. That's 2. What was that? That's 2.4. So, like, so you see these numbers where it's by the shield and by the there's nothing by attack. Those are pretty much what you're like when I'm like, for right now at least, like setting up my gear, because it'll let me know is that this piece of gear has more defense but it has the same attack, and this one has a lot less, and then I'll just switch it out, and then this is where it comes into it, because like some of these are like increases my defense by a tiny bit, or this one, but then the attack is really low, and I'm not gonna worry about that. Because I think, what is this one? What am I currently wearing? Yeah, see, that's a level 39, and these are all like so close to like my current like thing. I don't really need to worry about switching it too much. God damn it. Let's see, that's. Oh, and I might as well tell you about the rarities. Why I have a bunch of these on here. Alright, so the way, oh, this is perfect. So this is this one I'm hover over, the kind of like gray brownish color is a common gear. The blue is uncommon, and this gold, yellowish, orange color is your rare gear. It's a weird color combination that they did, but that's the way they do it. You would think this is like, oh, it's legendary or heroic or whatever, but no, it's actually rare. It's a rare piece of, it's a rare drop. It's shit. Like compared to like heroic crap. Heroic looks so, it's red around the border and everything as far as I've seen pictures of. No, I haven't seen a single drop of that crap at all. Like it must be only at like in a certain activity, because like I said, I haven't gotten it. So these are your skills. So these are your active skills. So you got like your basic skills, and the way this works is, you see where it says points available? So you have, oh, for me right now, because I'm only at 42, I'm not at the max level, you have 84. So you have 84 points that you can use. So for every point, so say like I have this one in, so it takes 4 out of that pool, so then I only have 80 to spend. So it's like you're spending points. So you can't have overpowered skills. Like I can't have, like if I had like 2 points left and I've tried to put in this 8, it won't let me. So like it's very limited, but the thing about it is that you don't need to put in like tier 3, because it goes from basic, superior, and master. But then when you read a description, each one does something completely different from the other. It doesn't do the same thing, and that's where that's where the customization comes in. So like for this first row that I'm using, the first basic skill, it fires an arrow into ricochets into other targets, generate energy, which is 6% energy for every time it hits with like set damage number, like a damage number. The tier 2, the one I'm using, fires an arrow that poisons and ricochets into other targets, generating energy, which is a bit more energy and a decent amount of poison damage. But then the master one, it ricochets arrows and fires an arrow that ricochets multiple enemies, multiple times into targets, and generates energy, which it does more physical damage and generates 6% energy. So now you see like how each different, it's the same ability, but each one is very different from the other. So that's what makes it, so that's why they have like 3 separate types of it, and then 3 different tiers. Because exactly. Which reminds me, I can actually put this one on, because this was actually better. For me, at least. And then these are your advanced ones. So these are the ones either going to cause energy, like, this is energy. This is a cooldown, so some of these calls cooldown, so they don't require energy. It all depends, though, and then they have a certain level requirement. So, like, you see, like, I still haven't got the last couple of these ones. And then these are your god skills, but you'll see why I don't have all of these unlocked, because it's not possible. I can actually show you this ability real quick. What this one does. This one's like awesome as hell. So like it pretty much staggers an area that's those enemy within it. When the spell is cast, and enemies in the area are slown, and then while you're in that area, and even other players will generate their health. So you get for about, what is it, 4,000 health regenerated, 12,000 physical damage, and 10% damage taken. Oh, minus 10% damage taken. And then this one is just, it summons a tree, the tree that you saw when I was playing. The active skills though are only on this half, so like from where I had the 8 was that all the way down to this 6 number, those are all active skills. The other half is all passive skills. And these are like, this is like the top right here are all your basic character passive skills, and then these are all your god skills for passives. And then these are your collector skills passives. And if you notice, and then there's also stronger potions and invasions, which I don't know how to unlock those yet, so I'm not even going to talk about those. These collector skills, as you can tell, they're all cost 0, and all you gotta do is do this. So talk to this guy, quick donate, trade, and that's it. And that's how you get rid of your gear. You can, there is a storage thing, so you can put like specific gears in your like vault, whatever you want, storage. But the thing you don't want, you pretty much donate to this guy, and he gives you shit every time you bring up his reputation. Yeah. It is a strange mechanic. But then you get all these skills at certain like rep levels. See, like I only have 4, and you saw I'm at rep 8, and I still haven't got the next one. So it's like I don't know how you get them all, but each one does something different. And as you can see, it costs 0 skill points. So that's what makes donating as much as possible after each run. So you get all of these, so you can start using some of these. 'Cause some of these are good, like 10% movement, 10% health, where is it? 200% loot quality, 5% crit hit chance, like stuff like that is like gonna make it a bit better. That's stat page, that's journal. This is the god trees. And you get this like, I think in chapter 2, or chapter 1, I believe. Chapter 1 or 2, I forgot which one it was. But you get this, and each slot counts as 1 point. So say I have 2, I can slot in 2. I'm not going to worry about right now, because I don't know what I'm going to do right now with it. Like the reason why I have 2 different god skill trees. The one that looks like a tree, that's on right now, is the one I got with the base game. I think I got the other one because I had the season pass, because then I found out I was able to download it, and I got this one also that came with more passives and active skills. So, and you can slot in some in here, and then go into this tree and slot more into here. And like, let me find a point real quick so I can show you. So, not that one. Let's go to the other side, because it's easier doing it this one. Am I using this one? No. So like, you know how you have to refund points like this? You just gotta click it and then unclick it, and that's it. It's simple as that. Wait, what the f did I click on? No, I don't want that. I want this one. Yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of different paths you can take, and you only have so many points. I don't know what's the total amount of points, how far this can go, but that's it. Like, as you can tell, like, I got a little bit in here, and then I got like a little bit in here also with like getting some of these skills. And each point does something different, and then you can see the modifiers on the right side add up for both trees, so you can see what your total like modifiers are for the god tree for the most part. And then if you want to see like your stats are on this page, which you can see like what they end up doing. So like when I was saying I had like 120% crit damage, my overall crit damage for them is 225.7% of the damage I do. So, and then like how I was saying I had that minus 5% damage over time, it makes it to where it's -1 for damage over time, which is really not that big of a deal. Since I don't like, I'm probably gonna end up changing it by the time I get to 50, even if I do play as this character at all. Oh wait, and then this is a difficulty thing, and this is something I like about this because it tells you your loot quality at all times every time you press the pause button, and your experience bonus, and this stacks up. So that experience bonus is actually not part of the normal difficulty, it's from the passive I have from the Collector's Guild. So like this is very easy, which of course it's very easy. You're gonna get minus everything if you just want to rush through the game. There you go. But you're gonna get minus experience and all that shit for very easy. But then you get into normal and you start off with 1,000 loot quality no matter what. And then you got hard, very hard, and then these are the chaos ones. Chaos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And as you can tell, like it's almost like Diablo. Like it's not like in the loot quality standard, but like this is like, I guess Chaos 8 is like comparable to like Torment 10 to like 12 or 13, because the loot quality is like already at 3,800. A little bit massive skill tree, because like it's a bit more of a massive skill tree in my opinion. Like this game has, it's like how like Diablo's gameplay style is in this game, but this game has more customization with your classes, with abilities, skill points, and then with loadouts later when I get those unlocked. Like it's and not only that, let me find a piece of gear that we'll just do this one. They got this thing called Bless. So you got this screen, right? Like you see all the like circles and stuff. So let me just not that one. All right, I guess I'm gonna use this. So I say I pick the red like fragment. And if you see, look at the stat screen, it gives me a damage of either 345 or 740, 574. Right? And pretty much what this does, it increases like a stat. You can only do is one time for each one, but you can stack up on this. So if I do that, add some one crit damage. If I can go to this one, armor. Wait, I might not use armor. Max health. God damn it! I want to put in that stupid thing. I don't know what that does. Don't ask me. So like I keep adding. I can add like all this damage if I wanted to. And then when I'm done, I just press plus. And then it gives me the damage and the crit damage to it. And sometimes like it lets me see, like, because once you get out of the screen, like you can kind of keep adding to it, but kind of not. I haven't really messed with it enough. But that's why I have so many of those fragments, because they're as you can tell, each fragment does something different, and then that's how you kind of like, I guess you could say, augment your gear in this game in a way. and you get it early on, so like it gives you a little bit of testing with it. But yeah, this is one of the god skills. This is one of them.
Takes back what it has lost.
So this little like grassy area, it's hard to tell because of the snow, but this like glowing green area heals me, and then I take less damage and all that shit. And then this is the thing you saw earlier. And this is the large tree thing. He stays there, by the way, forever until he dies. Right, because by the time he dies, he would be ready, because it's just so many large drawn thing, whatever, that attacks and slows enemies. Has a 31-second cooldown, so it's not that bad. There was another skill I was using. Oh. Alrighty. But yeah, and then if you've noticed, when I get this fly, like this little thing, it gives me energy every time it lights up. So see if it how it's laid up now. If I pass through, it will give me energy, which I'm gonna just waste that. Boom, back to full. It usually doesn't give me full, but it does it, like I say, like about a decent amount, depending on how low my energy is, I guess. I'm not sure, like, how much it gives me. There is one thing that is very different that kind of sucks. So you see how it says tactical role when it says Arctic type skill? Okay, someone else is watching. Pretty much, each class has its own version. So like this one, I can roll and pass through enemies, and then regen energy by approaching a familiar one that glows. This is only available. This specific like version of this tactical role is only available on the archer. So it's different from the wizard, the mage, and the soldier. I know the soldier, is it a soldier? Yeah, the soldier, there's like a shield bash. As far as I know, I haven't gotten into him and actually looked at his skills and shit yet. But each class has a different archetype skill. So like, if you're not using the archer, there may not be a roll dodge at all, for instance. So just keep that in mind. That's pretty much what this does. When I do this, this is my like tactical roll dodge. Yeah, I tried doing this on Diablo. It doesn't work as the same, because unlike the one in Diablo, this one you can actually phase through enemies. Like you can go through them. The one in Diablo you can't. So, right. So like this one, this is handy to get away really quickly. Like this is a good evasion. Would you like to see a boss fight real quick, just to see what they're like? Let's see. I'm trying to think which one would be easier. Yeah, let's do the Great Unclean, because I don't like the other one. The other boss is a bitch. What? Yeah. No, I can't use that yet. That would be a no, Tommy. I don't know if you can hear me though. No, he said a thing in the chat saying if it was Chaos 8. There we go. That's it. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't beat it any boss on hard yet because of how difficult it is. Like, it's a huge gap difference from compared to normal to like normal ads to hard, hard ads to hard bosses. It's a huge difference. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, they just have way more health on hard than I've ever seen. But that's one of the bosses. There's a total of 3 that I know of. There's one at the end of each chapter. So like, there's always a final boss chapter fight, and that, as far as I know, there's only 3 chapters. I'm not sure if there's chapter 4 because there's supposed to be another like a DLC at some point, but. As far as I know, that's pretty much that's pretty much the game though. So you get, if you ever get interested in getting it, it's not bad. It's actually a really nice action RPG game that's fun actually for a change.